Okay, so normally I don't post many videos, but I think this one's pretty important. For those of you that are building really fast homebrew e-commuters like this one, it's got a 2000 watt motor, 72 watt battery, 20 amp hours. It can do 40 plus miles an hour, and even more if you de-restrict the amps. I have it limited to 25 amps max, so it does about 41 on its own on expressways. So I've been using it for about a month for commuting, but last Friday I had a pretty bad accident. So basically, uh, I hit something and then the front started doing what they call a speed wobble or a death wobble. It was oscillating pretty much really fast, out of control, and it threw me. So luckily I landed in the right hand of the two-lane road instead of the oncoming traffic. It was could have been really bad. So I've got a lot of sore ribs and rashes everywhere. The bike I'm slowly repairing. The bar was bent, throttle was broken, mirror's gone, derailleur hanger bent, seats all scratched up, a bunch of stuff. So I'm slowly repairing it, but I thought I'd let you know what I found. And it seems like what the cause of this really, well, you can see these videos of speed wobble or death wobble on YouTube. I'm not going to post it, but there's lots of it on, especially for motorcycles. And it seems like what was happening was a major cause is if there's anything loose on the bike that can cause this. So the battery, this is one of those triangular batteries that's just using Velcro straps all along. And there's a bar here, and there's straps on here as well. No matter how hard you tighten the Velcro, the bottom is always a little bit loose, and it would swing this way. I didn't think much of it, but I think that was a major cause of the speed wobble. It started swinging, and the front and rear started oscillating, and it threw me. Another cause, maybe if the weight's imbalanced. So I had repair kit and tools in the panniers in the back. So what I've done now is I'm only going to use the panniers for slow rides to the grocery store. For regular rides, I have it up, and I'm moving the bike tools towards the front of the bike to try and put more weight towards the front and less weight in the back. But I think the major cause was this triangle battery, which is very popular, or any battery that's just mounted by Velcro. They can swing, and I think at high speeds, I'm talking about 30 to 40 miles an hour plus, it can hit a resonant frequency, and it just oscillates. If you get it started, you have to do something to get it started, and then it hits that resonant frequency and it just gets out of control. So what did I do to try and mitigate that? What I did was I put, you can see down here what I used. It's just a fishing line and a big fishing needle. And I put the fishing wire around all the Velcro straps at the bottom, because the top is pretty taut from the weight. The bottom is what's loose. So no matter how hard you try, it'll always be loose if you just use the Velcro. So what I did was I put fishing wire through both sides, wrapped it around and pulled them tight. So you could see effectively what you're doing is you are squeezing in the Velcro straps. You're squeezing in the Velcro straps. So all three of them, I've pulled them taut with the fishing line. And that has helped with the battery swing back and forth. I've also, the bar that's down here on this side, I've also done similar, except there's a screw that screws the Velcro strap to the bar that runs up and down. So that holds this side taut. The top is held by weight. So now the battery's pretty taut and it doesn't swing back and forth anymore, which I think will really help. And then, like I said, I'm going to try and do a better job loading the bike weight-wise to keep it more centered. Instead of just in the rear. The way this bike is set up, it's a little weird. The panniers sit a little bit behind the rear axle, so I'm probably not going to use that except for low speeds. Grocery getter mode. I'm going to get a set of front racks because this bike actually has screw holes, and they sell a set of panniers for the front, so that's an option to, if I need to carry some groceries, to actually put it in the front rather than the rear, and that would actually weight the bike a little better. This 2000 watt motor back here is super heavy. That thing is really heavy. This 72 watt battery, 20 amp hours, is pretty heavy, but it's still not balanced. If you try to pick it up at the bottom bracket in the middle, it's still weighted towards the rear. The rear still sags. So I think putting what weight I have into a front pannier when I need to get some groceries might help. But the bike itself is pretty stable at under 30. It's just above 30, especially close to 40. If you have anything loose that can swing back and forth, it's not good. It can result in this death wobble and you can seriously get hurt. So I thought I'd make this video in case anybody else is, save some other people some wounds and injuries. I had to pay for x-rays and everything else. Luckily, I think the ribs are just bruised, nothing really bad. So count me lucky. I'm gonna fix it up and hopefully go from there. Thank you. Bye bye.